Hi, guys. Hope you're doing well this evening. It's Fred and Sheila with Hatfield, McCoy Museum Adventures and Fred and Sheila Investigates.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us. We have a video. There's been a fella that's been doing some background checks, some record checks on Mr. Oakley Baldwin. You may remember him. He's one of the authors that come out early on with Mike Elam, and they wrote. I think he's wrote about 3 books on Buford and Pauline Pusser now, and Mr. Baldwin, like Mr. Elam, also says he has an extensive law enforcement career. He says that his law enforcement career consisted of over 35 years as a police officer, deputy sheriff. Uh, this fella, I had sent a records request. I had called
Mm-hmm.
the human resources there in Wake County, North Carolina, and couple of times they never called me back for information. And there's a fella from down in that area that he knows people there, and he filed for a open records request. We're going to go over that in this video. We're going to go over Mr. Baldwin's extensive law enforcement career. Guys, Mr. Baldwin come out, and him and Mike Elam, and some of them have accused Buford Pusser of murdering his wife.
Mm-hmm.
He's dead. He's been dead 51 years, and they accuse him of killing his wife 58 years ago. They've done an investigation. We've got multiple videos out. And in fact, Sheila and I our motto is truth with proof. And we try to prove it.
Yeah.
Everything we say, we try to prove. We don't try to discredit. We don't try to make something up, or either the person is what they say they are, or did what they say they did, or they didn't. And if they say something and it turns out to be not the truth, that means that they're not trustworthy to believe anything else, in the way I look at things.
Okay.
So Sheila's going to play a video, and we've got several documents here that we're going to go over.
Okay.
Truth with proof. And but the first thing she's going to do is she's going to play this video. And in this video, if you've watched any of our other videos, you may have seen this clip before. This clip is of Griffin Mullins and his wife, Phyllis.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been interviewed by the TBI and the prosecutor's office. And Phyllis tells them, they bring up Oakley Dean Baldwin. And Phyllis tells them, the TBI agent says he's related to Pauline, a distant cousin, and she says, absolutely not. He's no relation. He's no relation.
She said, I haven't heard of him.
To the family.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Griffin Mullins speaks up, and he says, I don't want that man contacting me anymore. Now, that's it. He tells the TBI, Mike Parsons, and the other ones, prosecutor's office, Mark Davison's office, a representative from his office, and 2 other ones. Mm-hmm. There was 4 agents there, 4 people.
Right.
He tells them all 4, I don't want him contacting us anymore. She says he's no relation. But yet, in Mr. Davison's press conference, his and Mr. Roush's big day on August the 29th, 2025, when they convict Buford Pusser of murdering his wife, in public opinion, they convicted him. He says, at 10:22 this morning, I received an email from Oakley Dean Baldwin. Who's Oakley Dean Baldwin, Mr. Davison? Because they have told you it's in the recordings. You can hear the recordings. Surely your representative from the Attorney General's office has told you that Phyllis says he's no relation, and Mr. Griffin says he doesn't want him ever contacting him anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But you read a letter, you read an email off from Oakley Dean Baldwin as if he's a representative of the Pauline Mullins Pusser family. I mean, does the left hand not know what the right one's doing, or is this deceit? Are we that incompetent that we don't know what the other one's doing? Nobody's corresponding. Nobody's telling you that. From the way I understand it, you even went and visited Mr. Mullins later on. Maybe, possibly even took pictures for.
I think Mr. Griffin says that when they show the video of him,
Yeah.
when Mr. Davison shows that, he talked about Mr.
Davison coming to his house.
Mm-hmm.
We know that when Mike Parsons and the other 3 agents and the prosecutor assistant was there,
Right.
they took pictures.
Yeah.
They took pictures with Mr. Griffin and Phyllis. How many cases do they work around the state of Tennessee that they take pictures with the perp or the suspects or the witnesses? Or told the 2 women at the coffee shop that it was an honor to meet them. One of them's a convicted felon. Told Mr. Nix in prison that he didn't care to call him Mr. because he worked for it. He earned it. He earned it. He killed a judge and his wife. Guys, somewhere along the way, we got our morals. We got my opinion, given my opinion, we got something mixed up. We was in such hot pursuit of fame and fortune and name recognition that we lost our values.
Yeah, they had tunnel vision.
They had tunnel vision. Let's play that video.
Okay, here we go.
Today's date is Tuesday, November 28, 2023. The time's 11:04 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Assistant Special Agent in Charge Mike Parson, Retired Special Agent in Charge Joe Craig, Special Agent Brent Booth, and Assistant District Attorney for the 25th Judicial District are at to conduct an interview with Griffin Mullins, the last remaining living brother of Pauline Pusser.
And at 10:22 this morning, I got an email from Oakley Dean Baldwin, which said, Mark, on behalf of the Mullins family members, Griffin, Robert, and Trula Hall, many cousins, and other family members, we thank you for giving Pauline a voice from her grave.
With this guy, his name's Oakley Dean Baldwin.
Yeah, he called us.
He portrayed himself as being like a distant cousin to your family. I don't know what side.
I don't never heard of it.
But there's no.
I personally, I don't want to talk to him anymore.
Okay.
Guys, did something change? Are we not up on the newest? Did Mr. Griffin and Phyllis find out that Oakley Dean Baldwin's their long lost loved one? Did they tell the TBI or Mr. Davison's office that, hey, tell Oakley to contact us, keep in touch. We'll stay in touch through him, through your office, so you can. Or did he simply write an email so he can, somebody sent us his book. We don't know who. They didn't have a note in it or nothing, just sent it. I guess they want us to evaluate it, but did he just want to do that so he could put the email in his book that he sent to Mr. Davison, or that he wanted Mr. Davison to read in front of the television cameras? Let's go with the bottom picture right there.
This
Yeah.
one here?
Yeah, let's go with that one.
Okay, there you go.
Indian Princess Warrior. Go to the next one.
Let me bring it up
Just
this
go
way so you can
up.
see it.
There you go.
There's that one.
Looking for a comprehensive, engaging book, covers 450 years of complex history, Native Indians, European settlers, from love affairs, and go to the next one.
Okay.
A new history book from Oakley Dean Baldwin, May the 15th, 2023, by Sarah's Books. The next author to be saluted in our Eastern North Carolina Facebook group is a fella with a delightful name. The name itself has a history. I'm sure Dean writes history about people and things that are connected to his family. So who cares, you might wonder? You will, because he is related to people of note in the United States. One book is about ancestors of his who were part of the Hatfield and McCoy bloody feud.
Hmm.
You can go to ancestry.com for my DNA. I'm related to the Hatfields and McCoys. My great grandmother was Nancy Hatfield. My great grandfather was Asa McCoy.
Mhm.
Know all about the Hatfields, the McCoys. That's how Sheila and I started this channel. We have over 500 videos dealing with Hatfield McCoy history before we branched off into other things.
Right.
Oakley Dean Baldwin is no relation to the Hatfields or the McCoys. None that we can find, none that years and years of research and history. And we asked a while back on another video to show proof. We've never heard from him. But as you're going to find out here, he's probably not the most credible person to ask for the truth, in my opinion. Let's go to the next one. There's his latest book. There's the final chapter. We've got that laying around here somewhere. Like I said, somebody sent it to us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's where he's condemning, convicting Buford Pusser of murdering his wife. Now, we've done several videos either on Sheila's channel, Hatfield McCoy Museum Adventures, or Fred McCoy 40. Several videos on him, Mr. Elam, and various other people. Truth with proof, where we've tried to show things that were stated that were not true and incorrect. Next one. That's one of his other books. First, he had Murder of Miss Buford Pusser, and then after they had the news conference, he come out with Solved, and now he's come out with the third book, to my understanding. 3 books on Pauline Pusser. He's the one, like Mike Elam, justice for Pauline, but yet says that Pauline says mama's baby, daddy's maybe, implying that Pauline, not thinking that Pauline's own divorce papers allege she didn't only allege, the judge must have believed her because the judge gave her a divorce and waived the regular waiting period so she could get away from her first husband, Roman Vance,
Mm-hmm.
because he was R-ing her. They called it molesting. They called it by force. They called it several different things. But simply put, he was R-ing his wife. Did she have the baby after they divorced? Did they have the baby after they separated? Did she get pregnant? It was said that she had the baby. The baby was special needs child from
Right.
her.
Mm-hmm.
He had beat her, and she alleges that in her divorce papers that she was abused. And he says mama's baby, daddy's maybe, but he says justice for Pauline, somewhat like Mike Elam, when Mike Elam posts a picture of her and says that it was said that Pauline was a stripper, a go-go dancer, exotic dancer, when she was in Chicago. Mr. Griffin Mullins says that's never so. She never worked in a honky tonk or nothing like that. He told the detectives.
Yeah.
Go to the next one. Can you let's just go to the top now. Can you go all the way back and hit your arrow over to the
Go
just
all the
click
way.
it 3 or 4 times.
No, this one goes back to where
Okay,
it
well,
was.
take us all the way back to
Yeah.
the top then. Take us
To
back to there you go.
this way.
Guys, this is the
Yeah.
paperwork
Mhm.
that came from a fella that sent it to us that
Right.
had applied for a public records request, open
Mhm.
records request from Wake County the County of Wake County Sheriff's Department, and also the City of Wake in North Carolina
Okay.
received 12,790. And this was in Dean Baldwin's file,
Mhm.
personnel file. This is to inform you. Can you see it, babe?
This is to inform you upon my own request, effective Friday, December the 28th at 4 p.m., I will resign my position as operations superintendent with the town of Wake Forest.
So here he is. Mr. Baldwin says that he has a extensive law enforcement career of 35 years, I think it was.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, 35-year law enforcement career. Well, here he is in 1990, given his resignation as the superintendent of operations for the sanitation department in Wake Forest, the town of Wake Forest.
Mm-hmm.
And it says for the past 5 years. Thank you for everything for the past 5 years. Oakley, Dean,
Mm-hmm.
Baldwin. So we know that's at least 5 years there that he's worked with the sanitation department, the garbage department, with
Okay.
the city.
Okay.
So there's 5 years. We also know that he filed a suit against Wake because we did a story where he filed a suit against them when he worked there, and also a suit against the dollar store where he got locked into a dollar store.
Yeah.
For an hour or so while the clerk went to the bank. Couldn't twist that inside lock. I feel you, but I mean, that's curious why a person
Yeah.
wouldn't just twist the lock and walk out. But from the lawsuit or something, I can't remember it exactly. We did a video on it, but he had a coronary or something
Yeah.
from it,
Yeah.
real bad shape from it, and getting locked in a dollar store. This is the man that writes books, says he's related to the Hatfields and McCoys. We've never heard of them neither. We've never heard of him, never seen him in any genealogy, never seen, I don't remember ever seeing any Baldwins in the genealogy of the Hatfields and McCoys. If it is, there's some out there that can correct us, put it in the comments. But this man says that, go to the next one.
Okay. Here's the next one.
And it says up, let's start at the bottom and go up, because at the bottom it says July the 2nd of 2003.
Mm-hmm.
Now, where he went to from 90 to 2003, we don't know. We can't tell you. Maybe we've asked in our videos before for him to explain it to us, because we sure have no problem pointing fingers at Buford Pusser and Pauline Pusser and Dewana Pusser and Carl and Helen.
So that's like what, a 13-year?
I don't know, but we don't.
Okay.
We didn't get anything on
Right.
that, did we?
Right.
We didn't get anything from Wake City or Wake Forest, the county.
Mm-hmm.
But it says here that in 2003, he was a new hire. He got hired in 2003 as a deputy sheriff.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in 2004, it says reclass, upgrade, deputy sheriff, sergeant. Says he was promoted to sergeant. Now, you're going to see up through there where he's in the Coast Guard reserves. He's in the military reserves.
Okay.
So he's got activated at least twice, I see, maybe 3 times, returned from military.
Okay. Yeah.
So he's went out on temporary duty for a month or so, 2 weeks or whatever, that I can see, at least 2 times, possibly 3.
Okay.
And then it says lateral transfer
Yeah.
with a question mark. We don't know what that means. That's in 2004. We don't know what that means, but it says deputy sheriff.
Mm-hmm.
And then up towards the top, it says performance increase, deputy sheriff, retirement, 2012. Well, He started in 2001, a new hire.
No, 2003, maybe.
2003. Thank you,
Yeah,
Punk.
you're looking
I
at
see
the-
that 01
yeah,
there, that
mhm.
code.
Right.
Okay.
July the 2nd of 2003.
He started in 2003 and
Mhm.
it says retirement 2012. How many years is that? 8, 9?
9, roughly.
Roughly
Quickly.
8 or 9 years.
Yeah.
Retirement? How did he retire? Did he retire from injuries he sustained on the department? Because you can't retire with less than 20 years. I don't know. We don't have that. Let's go
Mm.
to the next page.
That's
We'll tell you
interesting.
what we got. You can see at the top there, yellowed in Oakley Dean Baldwin. There's his pay grade. And
Okay, so there's 9 years we come up with right here, right?
okay, 8 to 9,
Yeah.
8 to 9 years, and 5 years as a garbage man
So
so
14?
far. Oakley Dean Baldwin's public records request. Oakley Dean Baldwin. Guys, again, it's hard for us when
Mhm.
we're showing this screen here. I know you guys on TV, you can see it good, but
Right.
to us, this stuff is so small. And says something above that.
Right up here?
It says public records request, Oakley
Mhm.
Dean Baldwin
Employment. And then
Okay.
it says Oakley Dean Baldwin. And then
Okay.
it has some kind of number over here.
After file inspections, previous work history was identified from 1981 to 1985. So a while ago we had,
95.
I'm sorry.
I think it's 95.
No, that's 85.
Oh, is it? Okay, sorry.
A while ago we had from 85 to
Mhm.
90.
Hmm.
So here's something that's showing from 81 to 85, but it says date of hire 10/5 of 1981, separation 10/1 of 1985. So there's
Wow,
4
yeah.
years. Rehire 2003. So my question is, did he work for the garbage department? And they took him after 5 years with the garbage sanitation department.
Okay.
Did they take him and put him on as a deputy sheriff? Because he's hired there in 7/2 of 2003.
Right. Right.
So that may be something. Separation 2012. Position was a deputy sheriff.
Mm-hmm.
Positions deputy sheriff sergeant. Position reclass action.
Mm-hmm.
Position reclass. We don't know what that is. Position at separation was a deputy sheriff. Now, you're going to see something here in a minute, and maybe it explain. Position at separation was deputy sheriff. It doesn't say retirement there. It says position at separation.
Okay.
Deputy sheriff. It doesn't say deputy sheriff sergeant. May just be a title. Maybe they didn't include that in. We don't know. Let's go to the next page.
Oh, wow.
Maybe some of you guys out there can do your own research. We always have them.
Right.
We always have people that looks through things and go ahead, Punk.
Skip this one?
No,
Oh,
Wake
right.
County Sheriff's Office has
It's
completed
your records request. It says Wake County Sheriff's Office has provided you the records which are responsive to your request. Additional information responsive to your request is included below. Positions held: deputy sheriff / deputy sheriff sergeant.
positions held at time of separation. It says deputy sheriff sergeant.
Huh?
But let's go on down because duty assignment, locations, or divisions worked. And it says any dismissals,
Mhm.
suspensions, demotions, and written reasons are defined as public records under
NC law.
NC law.
Mhm.
Demotion from sergeant to deputy on August the 28th, 1984.
Right.
Suspension from August the 28th of 84 to September the 4th of 84. Your request is now closed, January the 9th, 2026. Now, somebody sent us this that had been doing research, and they're continuing. They've still got some other things that they're looking at. The reason they're looking is like Sheila and I, and a lot of people out there, Mr. Elam says, or at least he's never corrected anybody for saying it, that he was the sheriff. He's a deputy sheriff. He's an extensive career. He's done this and that. And it shows mostly that Mr. Elam was a loss prevention guy for either Walmart or Phillips or Roberts or somebody. Who knows? He's Mr. Baldwin says that he's a 35-year retired police officer. Now, that's what he says in his videos, guys. That ain't something we're making up. He says that in his videos. Go ahead.
Okay. Next one.
But it said there that his separation
Yes.
was demoted. Oakley Dean Baldwin, Social Security number blacked out, redacted, worked for the town of Wake Forest from September the 30th of 85 and left employment December the 28th,
1990.
1990.
Okay, so that's not
Human
police then.
resource.
That's
No, that's where he was a garbage
Right.
man,
okay.
sanitation.
Okay, so
When
okay.
we was kids growing up, you know, nowadays they call them, and it's okay, but people's got, it's like the janitor at a school. Now they call them, you know, when I was in school, you'd say, go get the janitor. Tony threw up, or
Yeah,
go get the janitor. Somebody spilt their chocolate milk, and now you call them custodians or,
custodians.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, so it's the same name. It's calling a policeman a cop or anything else. Everybody's got different. Don't mean no disrespect with that, but he was a garbage man or a sanitation. He worked for the sanitation department.
Okay. So that's 5 years?
That was 5 years.
Okay.
And he had
Nine.
8 or 9
8 or
years
9.
as a deputy sheriff. And it showed some disciplinary action, showed him some time off, suspended, and it showed him demoted from sergeant back to deputy. What is that? We don't know. We don't know. Go ahead.
Okay, next one.
And you know, the reason, guys, again, is this fella, Mr. Elam, they have no problem. Mr. Davison, Mr. Rouse, they have no problem. Mr. Parsons, they have no problem labeling Buford Pusser a man that's deceased. The difference in Buford Pusser and Mr. Baldwin's still alive. He can explain. We're telling you, we're reading off and we're showing you what this other fellow was sent from Wake Forest and the city of Wake Forest or whatever.
Mhm.
He has the opportunity to correct this or explain what happened. There's all kinds of things in life that can be explained. Some things is not always what it looks like, but he has the Pauline Pusser can't explain. She's dead. She can't explain how she had a baby in 57 when she was divorced from Roman in 56. She can't explain it because she's not here today. She's not alive today. Now, her divorce paper says that he was continually coming back and beating her up and R-ing her.
Mhm.
That would, in my opinion, I think that would explain where the child came from.
Mm-mm-mm.
Mr. Pusser, he can't come out and say, I did this, I did that. You all had 7 years to pursue me for this before I passed away. Why didn't you all pursue me then so I could have stood up and defended myself? You wait till I'm deceased for 58 years and then you convict me of, in public opinion, of murdering my wife, whom I'm buried beside of for the last 51 years. At least Mr. Baldwin, and we've asked Mr. Elam to show us traffic citations, court records, court documents. What position did he do? Was he a bailiff? Was he a school resource? Was he what did he do in all those years that he was law enforcement? at least Mr. Baldwin, at least it's showing that at least at one time he was a sergeant, says he was demoted. What did he do? What did he do to be demoted? Was it honesty? Was it character? Was it integrity? Was it something? What did he do?
He was also suspended, right?
Yeah, and suspended. Whatever it was, they suspended him for a period of time, and then he left. And then he left. I think he left not long after that. Did that have anything to do with him leaving the department? I don't know. I'm asking the question. He's alive today. He can very well, if he can write 3 books about a dead man, surely he can defend himself and set the record straight on why he was suspended. What did he do? And then went on and quit. It says retired, but it says separation. Did he retire? Was he separated? Did he receive an injury and leave the department? We don't know. What else you got, Punk?
Okay, it's got, did you see this right here?
That's the hire date.
Okay.
Hired 09/30 of 85. Street sanitation. Looks like superintendent, maybe. Street
So
sanitation.
that's when he was hired for that. Okay.
I guess that's street sanitation. I mean, sanitation's dealing with sanitation. So
Here's the next one.
that one right there just says that 6/29 of 90.
Yeah.
Uh,
Pay increase or cost of living? Cost of living
adjustment.
adjustment.
Okay. Go to the next one. Oakley Dean Baldwin. There's his
Okay.
book.
Yeah.
That's
there's
the
his book.
second book. The first one was just the murder of Miss Buford Pusser, I believe.
Mhm.
This is the second book, and then his third book is the final chapter.
Okay.
I'm not going to harp on this. There's plenty of investigators out there. There's plenty of people to look into things. There's plenty of people, and again, this guy's still looking. You know, Mr. Elam on his Facebook page the other day, he was arguing with some lady because she said he worked for Walmart. He said, I never worked for Walmart. I worked for Roberts or Phillips or somebody else. That's okay.
Okay.
And he went on forever about what he did as a loss prevention officer or whatever it was. Never covered his law enforcement career. You've got a badge and an ID card hanging on the wall. It says on the internet that from 70 to 73 or something, but it says 82 to 83. I don't know. I don't know the dates. But wouldn't you find that peculiar that a person would argue with a woman over working at Walmart or Denton? But people's question your law enforcement career for all this time, and you don't even address it to say what sheriff, what department, who was there with you? Is there any of those officers still alive that worked with you that could attest to you working there? What kind of officer you was? Wouldn't that be nice to know for all these people that's got questions? Babe, you got anything?
No, that's interesting though. So basically, all we could come up with was the 8 or 9 years
It's a
as
big
the
difference
deputy
from
sheriff
35, ain't it?
or the sergeant
That's a big,
role, and then 5 years in sanitation.
and that's a big difference from 35 years in law enforcement. 35-year law enforcement career, and you go from deputy to sergeant back to deputy, demoted, and suspended, and then quit or resign or retire.
Yeah.
What is that there? Because if this was Buford Pusser we was talking about, I'm sure he would have all kinds of speculation. Mr. Baldwin's the one I heard on a video where he said that the coroner, when Buford had wrecked his Corvette and was killed, that the coroner smelled alcohol on Buford's breath, and they had a blood test done. Smelled alcohol on his breath. He's deceased. Could that be a misstatement? Could be. Could it be something thrown out there to let people believe? Could throwing it out there that you're related to Pauline Pusser because you're a Mullins, or your family was a Mullins, or somebody had the Mullins name, that you're related, when everybody that we've heard from, Phyllis and Griffin, says, don't even contact me no more. I don't
Yeah.
want to talk to him.
Personally,
He's
I
no
don't wanna talk to
relation.
him. Yeah.
He says he's related to Hatfields and McCoys. If it's just one thing, maybe mistake, maybe mistake, maybe. But when you go over and over and over and over, and then people writes books as the truth, as history, defaming, degrading, slandering a dead man.
Hmm.
I'm just curious, guys. I'm just curious. He may be able to explain all this. We hope he can.
Yeah.
We hope he comes out and says, "Hey, Fred, I worked here, here, and here, and I done it for this many years, and I done this, and
Yeah.
I got caught speeding, and they suspended me. I got caught uh, eating a cheeseburger, and it not been my lunch hour, and they suspended me. Or, or is it more? Is it more? Is it more serious?
Hmm.
We don't know.
No.
They demoted him and suspended him.
him. Mhm.
He ultimately quit. I don't remember what year that was. You all can go back and look. Be something good to look at. Look at the year that he was suspended,
Mhm.
and then look and see what year. I think he left in 2012, maybe, and see how close that was. Maybe it's maybe in years. I don't know. We just wanted to cover this, guys. This is just something
Yeah.
we wanted to cover. And again, there you have Mr. Davison on the stage. He was so proud of Mr. Oakley Baldwin's statement. Mr. Davison was so proud of Mr. Oakley Baldwin's statement. At 10:22 this morning, Oakley Dean Baldwin says the family of Pauline Pusser, the family, two of the family members, her only living brother, says, I don't ever want him contacting me again. Did he change his mind? Because Oakley says Griffin and so and so and so and so want to thank you for what you've done. Did they say that? Or did Mr. Baldwin just write that up? Like, was he suspended for something that dealt with trustworthiness? Did he do something that would question his trustworthiness, his honesty? Did he tell Mr. Davison there that according to Griffin and all of them, they wanted me to thank you on behalf of them? Mr.
said-
Parsons was
Mr.
right there. Go
Mhm.
ahead, Punk.
Mr. Parsons said he was portraying himself as a distant cousin.
Yeah,
He
she
didn't
said
say he
no.
was. He said he's betraying himself. So it was kind of like Mr. Parsons didn't know for sure if he was kin or not. He hadn't heard
But
anything.
Mr. Parsons was there
Mhm.
when Griffin told him, I don't
Right.
want him contacting me no more. Did Parsons and Roush and Davison not sit down and have a powwow before they had their press conference? And Mr. Davison say, I got a letter from Oakley Baldwin. I'm going to go over. And Mr. Parsons said, whoa, General. Griffin Mullins, he doesn't communicate with Oakley Baldwin. He says he never wants him to contact him again. Phyllis said he's not related to that family. Never heard of them.
I think she'd asked how did they come to the point of contacting them, and that's when Mr. Parsons said through Oakley Dean Baldwin,
Yeah.
who portrayed
guy-
himself as a
guy writing a book.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guy writing a book.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
first he said, they said, ask him how he found out. And he said, I've done this 30 years. I know a little something. And then they mentioned about the author. And he said, oh yeah, well, that's who contacted me.
I don't know.
Guys, thanks for joining us. We've slowed down. We've gone on to other things also, and trying to get into some. There's plenty out there now. There's plenty of people covering this story.
Yeah.
More
Yeah,
capable and competent people than us, probably.
I agree.
And we just want the truth. It doesn't
That's right.
matter. We want the truth. It doesn't matter who brings it out, who reveals it. We have a a dead man and a dead woman, and they say they've got justice. They got anything but justice for these two people. Thanks for joining us.
It's Monroe.
Hey. Okay, that's all I got, babe. You got anything?
Crime scene that something was just wrong. Turns out Pauline was beaten before she was shot in the head.
Guys, truth with proof. Let's use Mr. Oakley Baldwin's own words. He says that Pauline Pusser was beaten before she was killed. The autopsy showed she was beaten before she was killed. We'd like to see that autopsy because the 16-page report that Sheila and I saw said there was no marks.
Right.
No marks on her face, on her, nothing about her. The anthropologist said there was a well-healed nasal fracture.
Mm-hmm.
Well-healed. That was back from the Roman Pete Vance days.
Right.
Mr. Baldwin spoke into history right there that Pauline Pusser was beaten before she was killed. There's no more truth to that than there is that Mr. Baldwin was there on that day. And that's what we're talking about, how people, these book writers and these prosecutors and these TBI agents who had a motive, had a narrative to go by, and they thought nobody would call them out on it. Pauline Pusser was not beaten before she was killed, guys.
No.
There's no evidence to that in the autopsy report.
If it was there, they would have said that.
It would have said it. You're exactly right.
Nope.
All right, let's go to the next one. Truth with proof, guys. We're going to let you hear him, and then you decide.
Okay, here we go.
My background is 35 years as a sworn police officer, sheriff's deputy.
Hey, guys, Mr. Baldwin says here that he had 35 years as a sworn police officer, deputy sheriff, and he goes on and on. I think he starts trying to correct himself. He sees that he's put his foot in his mouth because he says that he had 35 years as a sworn police officer. See, that's not, that's easy enough to prove. There's ID cards, there's payroll checks, there's all these different things. 35 years as a sworn police officer. Now, we found reports where he worked for the sanitation department for 5 years. We found a report where he was a deputy sheriff for 8 or 9 years. During that time, he was suspended and demoted. Where's the other? Where's the other? We know he was in the reserves, the Coast Guard reserves. Where's the 35 years sworn law enforcement at? Is our question. Right, babe? You got anything?
No, it's
It's a legitimate question.
Yeah.
He says Pauline Pusser was beat before she was killed. He says Buford killed her. He says all these things, these statements. He speaks into history. He writes into history in books.
Right.
This is easy enough to prove. We'd like to see the ID card or cards where he worked 35 years for law enforcement agencies. Go ahead.
All right. All right, guys. We hope you're doing well. Please like, subscribe, and share, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye. God bless.